morning. It's morning time.
Touch your tongue, baby. Baba. Ah.
What's up? It's Thursday, so technically Giselle's on vacation as of today, which is nice. So she's home with us. Zayn's downstairs, as you can, I think you might be able to hear him screaming. But anyways, for today's work schedule, we got a lot to do. Luckily not that many meetings, but a lot of documentation that needs to be done. We're getting close to finishing up our sprint. A sprint, by the way, which, I don't actually know what the technical definition or the actual definition of it is, but the way we define it is that's our kind of work week for our engineers to work on certain things within a, time period. So for us, it's usually about a week. So within that 7-day period, or technically 5 business days, is, making sure that the tickets that we assigned are all done, or, if there's a blocker, it's brought up and kind of touched upon. It's, we understand why, and then try and see what we can do to fix things. But yeah, and then because Giselle's off, that means some time with her, so that'll be fun. And then we just see what happens after that. All right, so I've been busy with work. It's actually interesting today because Giselle's home. Giselle's my wife, by the way, in case for some reason we don't know this context, but she's home, so it's nice having her here. And then Zayn is actually with his grandparents because his grandparents are here, my in-laws. So he's being watched by them, which is nice because the house is a bit more quiet, which is also kind of weird too. It's not like, it's good because you get to focus on work, but like in between work or in between like meetings, stuff like that, I'm like, I kind of want to just go and tickle him, but I can't because he's not here. But then also it's like when I'm working, like all he wants to do is like come to the office and hang out here. So it has its pros and cons, but I thought this video would be a lot more fun because, Giselle's home and she's off, so we'll do fun stuff. But so far, I'm still stuck with work. And in between work and, taking care of Giselle, and then Zayn before he had left was taking my car to the dealership to get it oil change and all the other maintenance stuff. Which, trying to do that before we go to California, so we got that 4-hour drive coming up for us. So I want to make sure that everything's safe. But, sorry. Work came up. Right now I just got to tie up some loose ends, especially before I leave, and then get ready for the interview, which is in an hour and a half. But I don't know what's going to happen with that interview. Actually, I don't think I've ever had an interview that had a VP of product, or I think it's a VP of data, but also a VP of finance. So I guess this role, it's going to intersect in between data and finance, which is interesting because it's a product manager role, but I'll find out more. I mean, this company, again, I've talked about it before, but like I have past history with this, that's English. I have history with this company because I worked with them before, so I kind of know how disorganized everything is there, if that's the nice way to say it. So I don't expect things to be better, but I do. One, I'm doing this because I want to interview and, work on my interview skills because I definitely am rusty at it. But 2, I also want to see kind of what it's, what I'm worth out there and what roles I can get or what value I can get. So that's the main reason for this. I don't think even if I got it, I don't think I'm taking it, but I don't know. I guess I'm just adding more things onto my plate for no reason because I guess I'm just bored. So I have another outfit change. I feel like this is a professional outfit for an interview, as long as they don't ask me to stand because I'm not wearing pants. I'm wearing shorts. But anyways, you want to say hi?
Hi there.
What you doing?
I'm doing some school stuff for my bachelor's class because I have an associate's class and a bachelor's class. So today's the bachelor's class first day, and I'm editing some videos for YouTube.
Wow. How's it feel not having our son in the house?
Sad, but we can also get more things done when he's not here.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like, it's cool. It sucks because like in between meetings, like I like to tickle him or like play with him, but then like now he's not here, so we can actually focus. But it's also sad at the same time.
Yeah, it is sad at the same time. And, you know, I know you're struggling trying to work when he's here with you, so it's helpful that my parents are finally back to help watch.
Yeah.
Hey.
What are we doing after my interview and your class?
Hopefully we go do some fun stuff out there in the world.
Yeah. I was talking about how, well, I'm zoomed in, how now that it's your vacation, like you're in vacation mode, I'm not.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Hopefully we do something fun.
Yes, hopefully we do something fun.
Okay.
You're almost in vacation mode.
I know. All right, bye. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, so I just finished that interview and interesting, I guess, to say the least. Again, like I just finished this, so I guess I don't have really time to process things, but it's an interesting role, or it's an interesting conversation. I've never had a interview with a stakeholder specifically and also a VP at the same time, but I guess it makes sense, right? You want the leader of this organization to hire someone that can handle a stakeholder, right? I'm just confused, but anyways, I think who knows if it went well or not. I mean, again, I'm going with low expectations. I don't really care at the end of the day. More so, I'm trying to train and get myself ready, because the questions that sometimes come from these interviews is just wild. I think the one that really threw me off is for another company I was working for. Like, the person wasn't even involved with anything, actually. Like, I never saw them again or never heard from them again, but I heard that they were a product person, just never in my domain that I touched. But they were asking me what superhero that I wanted to be after like 10 technical questions in a row of me giving like case studies and stuff like that. So it's like, that one threw me off. But anyways, this one specifically, the questions were not too bad. I think the way I answer these questions, and who knows if this is the right way to approach interviews or not, but I always kind of try and turn things around into a real life story, a real life example of me at work doing these things or answering the question, and then trying to turn it around on them. So like, for example, one question was, as a product manager, how do I understand the, ambiguous requirements that come in, and how do I juggle those between all the different stakeholders? And so my answer was, whatever impacts the business, right? That's the key goal. That's the key thing at the end of the day. It's not my feelings, not their feelings. It's the business impact. What's at the end of the day, right? We're working for a giant mega corporation trying to make it money. So business impact is the biggest deal, biggest thing to worry about. Why my answer sucks right now, because I just been talking for like 40 minutes straight. But, and then after I answered that, I just kind of then said like, that's where, as a product manager, the variability in how good a product manager is comes, because sometimes this product manager can, help understand business impact by searching for things themselves or asking others and waiting on them, and kind of, where does that product management title in your company, where does that domain lie? Like, are they going to specifically the ones that get the answers, or are they going to wait and get the answers? Because if you're getting the answers, then you don't really have time for roadmap or other stakeholders because you're busy working on a request. But then if you're waiting for other people to provide you with the answers, then it's like you look like a product manager that's doing nothing, right? Or maybe you do look like you're doing what you're doing because you're telling others what to do and you're orchestrating this all together. So, these answers are all contextual. Like, it depends on the situation. There's not one answer fits all, right? Everything depends. And so it's like, that's why these interviews suck, because it's like, how do you expect to answer those questions with like a sense that shows you and how you would operate in the situation without actually being in the situation or understanding the situation, right? Like, if you're telling me I'm getting, like, you can't say, business impact is the biggest thing, and that you want a product manager that specifically gets the answers for themselves. If the end user is someone that doesn't understand their own data, right, or doesn't understand their own request, then that's extra work for you on top of someone who does know their data or does know what they're asking for. So then, less work for you. Everything's kind of organized properly. But I don't know what I just said, to be honest with you. It is burger time. Let's make burgers. Dina. Yeah.
Thanks for the burger, babe.
Yeah.
We love homemade stuff.
I used the keto buns though, so it's extra fiber and supposedly healthier.
Thank you.
I don't know
More
if
fiber.
I don't know if it's gonna taste like cardboard.
I like cardboard.
What's this guy doing?
Well good.
You don't gotta lie.
Fire.
Giselle gets 1 burger and fries. I get 3 burgers.
Mama.